What's goody? My brothers and my sisters and my sisters. We over at Astoria, Queens, right by the area where I'm working at. So I started at 30th Avenue and 31st, and I reached here about 10 o'clock. It took me about 15 to 20 minutes to walk. It was a blessed walk, you feel me? So today is mental health day, you know? This is the last year, last month, last week of the new year, you feel me? So let's just reflect on the last week of the new year, you feel me? So reflection of this is, right? So the mental health show, as you can see, it's been renewed for second season, right? So I'm the only one working on my shift alone, you feel me? So from the work in my shift, I actually lost some pounds, all right? So my weight has improved from since I started this job, you feel what I'm saying? So I work like a fucking hawk, and I put my foot down my ass like a fucking hawk. I can tell you. Let me say, I work like a fucking hawk. You know what I'm saying? You know, motherfuckers always tell me, you sit down your ass, you ain't gonna get nowhere in life but sitting on your fucking ass all day, right? So my pastors was telling me, why you sitting in your ass playing video games? You should be out here making money. I say, yeah, you right. So I started, I was 292 pounds, to be honest with you. I started sitting down in the house, eating up the whole house. And I went from 292 to 220. So my goal is to hit up like 200 to like 200, like in the end of the 100s and 200s, like 199, 200 pounds, whatever. So the only way I could do that is continue doing my remedy. So next month I'm gonna be ordering some apple cider vinegar, the liquid drink. I'm gonna mix it up with some lemon, and I'm gonna drink that with some hot water, and that could make my stomach go down a little bit more. You feel what I'm saying? So try to lose that weight and try to lose it off. I lost a couple of pounds from the start of this job, and started this job in 2022 February, and I lost almost like nearly about, let's say, lost nearly about like 30 pounds from where I was at before. You feel me? So it's kind of like you working hard to get to your position, and you get there. I told Kiana was like, you look different. I said, yeah, I lost some pounds. She said, you look smaller than before. I said, yeah, I lost some weight. I'm happy that I lost the weight off. It was a lot of stress and a lot of frustration I was going through, and I had suffered with an eating disorder. So, my belly used to eat up too much chicken and too much other food, whatever like that. So it's like, I learned how to like stop the overeating and start, doing my dieting plan and whatever. So that's what I've been doing all the time. I exercise daily, walk a lot, work out, eat healthier. I started eating ramen noodles, 190 calories. I gained 8 grams of protein. So that's been good. Drinking a lot of water, and I drink orange juice per day. So try to like work out and exercise right, and eating healthier. That's the most important thing about this type of job is, exercising and eating healthier. So coming soon, I'll be starting to open up a basketball wellness fitness. It's a basketball wellness housing projects. I didn't talk to you about it yet, but if you go on my Sony AI app, I could show you what I'm going to be doing. You see these housing projects behind me right there? You see where the buses are sitting right there? I'm gonna turn that into a basketball wellness housing projects. I'm gonna be my company is gonna buy out all these housing. I'm gonna buy out all these NYCHA housing and turn it into affordable housing for basketball wellness for low income families, college students who starting up in college industry, whatever. And I'm gonna put like a wellness workout fitness, whatever like that. We're gonna dug out all these buildings right here and put up new buildings. So I'm planning on working out with I'm gonna be actually meeting up with a couple of people, the group of people, to talk about ways how to improve the buildings and everything like that. Cause let me tell you, the way how I see a lot of people going through a lot of housing issues, and it's a lot of shit that going on that people don't realize that they going on, try to like affordability was one of the main issues of the people. And guess what? I met up with Mendani. You know, I saw Mendani in Flushing, Queens, and I met up with him, and we had a conversation. I had a deep conversation with him. I said to Mendani, I said, "Will you come to these areas and you come to this area right here? You see what I'm saying? People don't have no heat or no hot water in their houses right here. You feel me? You know, and people are not doing repairs that they're supposed to be doing around this area, and they build up these housing buildings and they're not doing the work that they're supposed to be doing over these housing buildings. And it's like you're dealing with paying your rent on time, and these landlords, required by law, they're supposed to turn the heat. You don't have no heat and hot water in your house. And it's like every time you deal with all that drama in your life, you don't have that. So I was talking to him. I said, all Eric Adams did was he focused on crime. He didn't focus on the people of affordability and what it needs to make a difference in our community. They only focus on the crime in our city. But you see a lot of homeless people sleeping on the streets, and you see a lot of people not, getting the proper care and help that they need to get because of this crisis of the homelessness crisis in the Mirror area. And they also is like mental health in the area. So I said, you know what, you gotta understand this, what I'm saying. Like we sitting here beating the bush, and you talk about crime, but look how these people, let me finish. Look how these people like going through it, they suffering, you feel what I'm saying? And healthcare, childcare, all those shit that going on. You wasn't focusing on that, but you talking about you want to build up the city, don't F up the city, don't fuck up the city. You fucked it up when you first started to be mayor, you feel me? You fucked up the shit. You make people believe that you're going to promise them to do what you say you're going to do, and then next thing you know, you fuck up the city like something wrong with you feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, I'm not going to say how I feel about it, because it's fucked up what people going through, you feel me? But I was like, I just put it to a test, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you're doing it, like, So I spoke to him about affordable. He said he's gonna do he's gonna do everything in his power to make it better, And I'm also gonna write him a letter when he first stop looking at me and keep driving your damn car. Why you looking at me? Like, for real, you see me working, making the money, and you turn around looking at me. I'm looking at the camera. I'm talking to my camera. I'm not talking to you. Right? Let's focus on the work. So I said I'm gonna write him a letter when he starts to become a mayor. I'm gonna write him a letter. I'm gonna tell him, listen, we need to meet up. We need to discuss about affordability, man. You feel me? We need to make a difference of this shit. We ain't fucking old, He's a young man. Me and him is the same age, He's 34. I'm 34. Born the same year, 91. Born the same year. You know what I'm saying? Born the same year. You feel what I'm saying? So you talk about born the same year. You know what I'm saying? But the other day, I'm not even like bugging out with him, bro. We gotta make it work. We gotta make it happen. We gotta make it happen. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying, man. We gotta make the community build up, rebuild it, rebrand it, whatever. So, we out here on 2nd Street and waiting for the B62 real quick. And we're gonna be hustling, hustling, working out here and just busting it out, you feel me? So that's a Q18, bro. Because if I take the Q18 to the 59, it's gonna take long. I'm gonna wait for the 62. It's better to wait for the 62, yeah. So we out here waiting for I'm out here waiting for the B62. It's supposed to be here in 12 minutes, so let's see what's going, all right? Let's go, let's wait this money right here real quick, you know what I'm saying? Because we're out here making this money and shit, out here like this, all that, basketball bonus is coming to your area soon. Don't hesitate to hurry up. Let's go right here, busting it out, you know what I'm saying? Let's go get it. We out.